is loud. We are ready for football. So are they as the Packers get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. The open man is Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go. Lady! Stop your body. Lock, lock.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill looking for White on the deep ball. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
Incomplete on the jump ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 28-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now the man for UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
He finds some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brought down.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Back to throw, Tannehill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Again, Tannehill lets it go for Nelson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 39, Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down carry by Jones. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well. Because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the
another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This is our time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Tannehill. Packer pressure, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, and certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern on to punt for Tennessee.
He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
48-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
First and goal from the 6.
Now Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Is good. Makes the score Packers 7, Titans nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will make it into the end zone.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On first down, it's Tannehill. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. First and 10.
13 yards. First down, Tennessee.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Again to Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
No gain.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
On 2nd down, here's Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Matt Gay.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Rodgers. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. trying to improvise. He'll try and run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Second and 9.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, Titans 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
And it'll come as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Tannehill now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Tannehill. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Rodgers now on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Second and 14.
On the delay, Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The tackle made by Kevin Byard.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure.
Derrick Henry all alone. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
By Jayon Brown.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Oh, that was dangerous.
Rodgers
threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have moved out in front. Extra point try now for Crosby.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Packers 21, Titans 14.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Score Packers 28, Titans 14.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he returns this to the 22.
Tyler Urban on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. The linebacker, Brooks Reed, with a pick. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it'll be 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
To number 46.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Lets it go for Nelson. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. J.J. Nelson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Aaron Rodgers, the 8-time Pro Bowler with an 8-point second-half lead and looking to add to it. The give is to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
To Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A give to Jones, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Loss of a yard.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Titans 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
5-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They begin with Henry. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, it's Taylor. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Packers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught, Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Going deep for Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
A gain of
33 yards that time.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Tannehill. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a gain.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Packers' 31-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
The tackle made.
Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And what with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Titan football.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
At the
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And some room to roam now. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
They'll run on first down. Jones.
Rodgers with
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
brings up 3rd and 3. Tonight's final score, Packers.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people